Alright, so I mentioned that I private label my items and I find them from a supplier. So if I'm getting you hyped about Amazon and making this money on Amazon, where do you find items to sell? Maybe you don't know where to start, right? You don't have your own product made. Well, guess what? When I started selling physical products on Amazon, I didn't have my own product made as well. So I went on this website called Alibaba.com. This is a huge website, huge retailer. As a matter of fact, it's actually bigger, larger than Amazon itself, because almost all the retailers out there in the world who buy wholesale, they buy from Alibaba because they're the biggest in the world, right? So you go on Alibaba.com and it's basically kind of like Amazon, but everything is in bulk. You buy stuff in bulk, wholesale items, right? So you're getting discount by buying a ton of them. So you go on Alibaba, find an item, right? I went there, search for different items, and I actually used this other site called Terapeak, which gives me access to Amazon sales data and eBay sales data. So I found the items that basically had the best sell-through ratio. And using the sell-through ratio, you can find out items that are in demand and not being sold that much on Amazon. So I was able to find an item, which happened to be batteries, and I found a supplier that sold the same batteries that weren't being sold on Amazon, right? There was less supply than demand, right? So I found that a supplier who sold that same particular product, talked to them, after a while we were able to come to terms. I ordered samples from them via Alibaba. The samples they looked good, so I put them on Amazon to test. They sold within the first week. Called the supplier, had them send me some more, and that's how I kind of started out, right? So I began with about 50 samples from Alibaba, then I kept on doubling that every single time. Went to 100, then 200, now my last order was 4,000, right? So as you can see, it's been getting larger and larger and getting more profitable, right? So I used Alibaba to find a supplier. Now, one thing to note, make sure when you're searching for a supplier, you search for only suppliers that have the gold label on it. I think gold supplier is called. This means they've been vetted and they're better to deal with, right? There's some quality vetting process. If you don't deal with a quality supplier, it might be shady, right? I think the process of getting that label quality supplier, you have to be on the platform for more than 2 years or so without any issues. So I would definitely go with that if you're selling on Alibaba, and use that to find your supplier.